Hello everyone, welcome back to another building video. Today we're going to be building a wizard's tower on an SMP that I joined. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, right now I'm starting off with gravel and cobble, pretty simple. I would say pattern to use to mix your blocks with. I had some gravel on me, and throughout this video you might see I gear up more. I have to stop recording a couple times to just get a bunch of gear and more building material. So if you're wondering, why are you suddenly in diamond armor now? That's because I stopped recording and got more materials and stuff. That's the start. I was like, oh, I don't know how this is gonna go, because I wasn't really getting the vision down from that angle. But as we go on, honestly, this is probably one of my best builds. I'm really proud of it. I like to use Pinterest as like reference. So I looked up like wizard builds, and that inspired me. I saw a lot of moons, but most of them were made out of like colorful material. But I decided to make this moon roof, the side building, like a moon roof, but it's like wood and not like a color. So that's different, you know? Yeah, I decided to build this with birch. I haven't really built with birch in a while. I usually only use birch as like flooring, or maybe that's oak logs. Oak stripped logs for flooring all the way. I should probably be able to pick different wood floorings. There was a villager there. It's kind of annoying. Had to turn off my sound because he was making funny noises. And I thought it'd be more aesthetic with that, without his voice, to be honest. Yeah, I added these fence posts to give it that texture, you know, kind of like in like Victorian builds or like older builds, they'll have like these stilts that are engraved into whatever material they use, like the wood or whatever. So yeah, I started with like making the curve to make it into like a moon curve. I have to eventually like, yeah, like move it over into the middle, because I realized, how am I gonna make the roof if it's not in the middle? So I will eventually get to that. I do put a light at like the end of the moon, eventually too, and I think that looks really good. I'm not gonna do it now because I'm just trying to get the concept of the moon shape. I think it looks weird there, but you know, I'm like, okay, I'll add more details later. I'm putting trimming on. I love the trimming, it's very nice. And yeah, now I'm working on the trimming of the front facing building that's not like to the side. And I will also put like a lantern there. Ooh, look at that shape. You're really starting to get the concept here, the concept idea. and I use what wood and copper blocks I have to make this cool gradient. I haven't really used copper blocks actually and this blue wood ever, so I'm pretty excited about that. Maybe I've used the blue wood, I don't remember. I just like building, but mostly in creative. But I was really excited about this build because I've never made a wizardy tower. Honestly, most of the builds I've just made on this channel, and I just watch a lot of Korean, so that's an inspiration. I like Scar's builds on Hermitcraft, and I like that style. I don't know, but I think this is, you know, my own style of building. Most of the time I just see what happens and I'm like, oh, that looks good. And then sometimes I'm like, ooh, I did not get the vision there. Sometimes I don't have a vision, but this time I did have a vision. I sketched down like a little drawing, and then I built it. So yeah, this was all planned out, funnily enough. That's probably why it's so good. That's why I like it, because I really thought before building it. That's some good advice. Think before you build something. That's how I was able to get all the materials that I wanted to make, since this is a survival server and I'm not used to gathering these materials. But luckily, this server you can teleport to places. So if I was in the Nether and I got scared by like a hoglin or something, I'd just teleport home and then I'd be safe. And also, if you die, you can just put /back and then you go back to where you were. But it would suck. Oh, also I think keep inventories on, so you really don't have to worry about lava. So it's very chill vibes, very nice. I really appreciate it actually, and I'm like questioning why I actually do survival Minecraft and don't have keep inventory and teleporting on. Anyways, this was really fun. I put all the textures there, a mix of that what is it called, warped log, the warped leaves and the warped planks and the copper. It's a lot of fun. Well, actually I was like, this is boring and repetitive, but you don't have to know that. I kind of ran out of copper at the end here, so I kind of added more wood at the back because it's the back of the build. So it's like, it's fine. I still had plenty of copper. I just got worried. Oh, and I put the rest of the copper here, I guess. Well, I think I still had some copper. Oh, now I'm working on the side of the building, of the trim. I'm copying it over from the other side. Yeah, and I switched it to the middle, I guess, so that's nice. That looks weird, but you know, I just went with it. It kind of looked cool, but I don't know. Oh, then I started making a tower. Basically, like, the main idea of this build was to have a tower in between these two builds. And I was like, oh shoot, like, I don't have enough space for a tower. But I did. I didn't think I would. I was like kind of scared. But it actually turned out pretty great. Which I'm glad. Again with the cobblestone and gravel, and this time andesite, because I was able to collect some andesite, and also I have a nice pickaxe now, and put some ladders so I can go up there. Look at how good that looks. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of this build. I think I already said that. Anyways, yeah, on this server, I'm planning to be like a wizardy wizard, which is different than a witch, I guess. I think I'll be more into potion making, because I don't really usually make potions in Minecraft, so I was like, I don't know, I see in my eyes potion making is for wizards, and like witches make like these stews and in jars, and I don't know, and then wizards make potions that don't taste good, but like you gotta drink them. But like when a witch makes something, either it can taste really bad, and then the wizards just taste like medicine, and then the witches actually have some really yummy like foods. Okay, anyways, wow, I'm making the roof of the tower. I chose to use some amethyst crystal blocks. People were talking in chat. I said hi. Said I was building. Pretty fun. Pretty cute. I kept checking to see if everything was even. I think it was. I'm not sure, honestly. I kind of stopped checking at one point, but I think it's even. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that was pretty fun to make the little crystal thing. I was planning to make like the tower like almost like a witch's hat, where it's like kind of curving off, but then I was like, that's too hard. Not too hard. I probably could have done it, but I just didn't want to. So it was just like a pointy tower, pointy hat tower. Pretty cute. Yeah, it was pointy and cute. Oh, and this is like the main idea of my build. I wanted to make these like almost floating lily pads that float and you parkour from to get onto the top of the tower. Yeah, right now I don't actually, now that the build's finished, I don't have a easy way to get up that tower, so I just have to parkour every time. Yeah, pretty fun. It's very, yeah, I think I'm gonna make an like a elevator thing to get up to the top of the tower, but that will be later. I was thinking about streaming this, like the interior. I might do that. We'll see. This is the girls community SMP. Didn't mention that before. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm adding the last leaf thing. I saw it, I was like, oh shoot, that's not in the right place. So I had to move it like twice. And I was like, nope, not there. And then I moved it to the side more. Well, I guess there is one more little leaf thing right there. So I can parkour. And that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching so much. And please subscribe. Yay. Okay, bye. Leave a like. Enjoy this. little montage.